Okay, this is the Chapter 10 project that we are working on. What you'll be doing is you're going to create a Bill of Rights comic strip, and you have two choices with this. You can either draw it if you don't want to use a computer, or you can use the online program that we have called Powtoon, and I will show you how to do that in just a minute. But real briefly, I'd like to go over the rubric. Basically, what you have to do first is on this page, you need to draw a line from the correct amendments to the correct definition. So you got to do that first. And then afterwards, what you're going to do is you and your partner, you're going to create a story in the format of a comic strip where all of our first 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights, you have to show if they're either being upheld or if they're being violated. Now, the comic strip can be a combination of some of the rights being upheld and some being violated as well. In order for this to work, though, your story has to be a cohesive story. You can't have random characters doing just random things. It has to make sense. You are only allowed to portray yourself in the story or your partner, but you may not portray another student at Wyandotte or a teacher for that matter as well. You can also do celebrities or musicians, that's fine too, or people in the media, but no other students. Even if they give you their permission, that's a no. Okay, so how are you going to be graded? One is going to be effort. Did you put high quality 8th grade effort into your project? And that pride was definitely evident. That is 15 points. Conventions is basically everything spelled correctly. You do not have to worry about this. Be sure every speech bubble has quotes around the words. That's okay. Don't worry about that part. Amendment, you have to make sure that all 10 amendments are covered in your comic strip. For the First Amendment and the Fifth and the Sixth, there are many parts to those. You only have to focus on one. So, for instance, in the First Amendment, if you just want to focus on freedom of religion, that's fine. You don't have to do the other ones. You do have to cover all 10 amendments. It also has to be in a comic strip layout. You've seen comics before, I'm sure, so you have to make sure there are at least 8 boxes or scenes. Now you might be wondering, well, how can I do that if there are 10 amendments? Well, what you can do is you can cover 2 amendments in one box. That is fine. You can also go over 8. Most people do. But if you can do it in 8 boxes, by all means, go for it. Caption boxes, you need to make sure that every scene has a caption box. For instance, one that would say like 5 months later or in Traverse City, Michigan. It basically is explaining what's going on in the scene in case we don't understand it. You also have to cover all of our vocab words, and there are 6 of them, so you have to make sure they are covered at least once. This project is worth 120 points, so if you didn't do so hot on the Chapter 9 test, this is your chance to make up for that. Okay, if you want to do the online option, this is how you do it. You're going to have to go to this site right here. It's called www.powtoon.com. Once you're there, you are going to have to create an account. I've already done that. It's really simple. It'll be over here. It's just you just say create account. If you are working by yourself, just put in your Chippewa Valley email and come up with a password. If you are working with a partner, you have to, between the two of you, figure out which Chippewa password you're going to use, and you're going to have to write that down. Make sure you get your partner's information. Now, when this screen pops up, if it pops up on this with the blue where it says HTML5 Studio, you can't do that one. There's very, very limited options for this. Most of the stuff you have to pay for. So what you want to make sure you do is click on Classic Studio, and you want to click where it says Start from Scratch. Takes a minute for it to load. Okay, once you're here, whenever you want to add a new slide to your show or to your slideshow, you just go right here where it says Add Slide. But for your very first slide, you want to make sure you do an intro. Now, if you look right on this side here, the right-hand side, it says intros. There are more to choose from, but some you have to pay for, and some are free. We obviously want the free ones, like this one right here. I do believe. Nope, that one's good. Let's see that one. Yeah, like that one right there, you have to pay for. So we don't want that. We're going to remove it. And I know this one for sure is okay. So once you click on that, you would go ahead and just, get rid of this. your title here, type in, the Bill of Rights, and then put down who worked on it, you and your partner. And then when you want a new slide, you just click on Add New Slide. And now we need scenes. You have various scenes that you can choose from. So what I just did was I clicked on Background, and I went to Locations, and I clicked on More. And then you'll get a variety of options of scenes that you can choose from. Some, again, are free, and others you have to pay for. Like I know this one right here is free, so I'm going to click on that. And then now I need some people. So if I click on Characters, it asks me to switch on my timeline, which I'm going to do. Okay, so let's go with this guy here. And when you get him in your box, you can change what he's doing by right-clicking on that. Maybe he's sad, he's happy, he's thinking. So let's say he's got an idea. Click on this. We can make him smaller if we like. We can make him larger by adjusting the boxes here. I can also make him go the other way, flip him like that. And when I want to have him talk, I go to Text. And then I add a subtitle. Make sure you're doing a dialogue box. You're not doing a thought bubble. So if I click this, this will go in. And I'm going to want to move that here. And then I got to move the text too. I know that's kind of annoying, but that's how they develop the program. Okay. Now, let's just say I needed to get this guy to go to the other side. Again, all I have to do is click that, and that's how you move the speech bubble. All right. Now, if you want to do a new scene and you want to use the same items, you don't have to go back and keep doing it all over again. All you have to do is on these three dots right here, you click Duplicate Slide, and then that same slide will come up again. And then that way you can go ahead and make any changes that you'd like to. That's basically how you do the online. Sorry. You need to make sure you save it. Save. So you click on Save because this is not Office 365 and it's not going to save automatically. So just make sure you hit Save. And if I were you, knowing the Chippewa Valley laptops, they tend to break down a bit. So if I were you, I would click Save often throughout your presentation. That's basically how you do that. And if you want to do the drawing part, just come up and talk to me and I'll walk you through it.